Understand why we can make the Chevy Volt here, which is the most technically advanced car in the world, in my opinion. I haven't put a drop of gas in mine since I got it, but we can't make an iPad here. That doesn't make sense to me. So we have to make this decision to rebirth our economy, and that's why I actually added that slide yesterday, because that dislocation is what I call it, is really on my mind, that we need to heal the gap. And I think that all of us can do that, because we're all fortunate, we all have jobs, we're all employed, we see the opportunity, there's lots of companies that are here hiring. Why is it that everybody doesn't know about that? Okay, and we'll do one here and then we'll do one here. We'll go back and forth.
I'm David Brosell from Manufacturing Executive. Thank you for your comments about manufacturing. I feel the same way. I was able to catch a little bit of your talk before on the web, and you mentioned in your remarks the difference between a proprietary approach to the cloud and an open approach to the cloud. I wonder if you could elaborate a bit on that. What are the characteristics that have to be in place to be open? And where is the competitive differentiation and advantage in open?
Yeah. So I can take, I'm sure that everyone will have maybe a slightly different view, but this is my opinion on open. So we have a platform that we talked about in the presentation called Heroku, which is this next generation cloud platform that we've been working on. It's based on an acquisition that we made, plus new technology that we've built. It runs a variety of languages called Ruby on Rails, Java, Clojure, and quite a few others. Python, we just introduced, on and on and on. And you can take an existing Python app or Ruby app and you can run it using our, what we call a JIT model, right on Heroku, and it will just run. Now, for some reason you don't like Heroku anymore, you don't like our cloud platform, you can take that logic and you can take that data and you can go run it on somebody else's cloud. And there's other clouds that will run that logic and that data without change. And in addition to that, we used APIs that are open and that are based on industry standards so that you can push and pull data easily from these clouds. In my opinion, those are the three core characteristics of open. Is the logic portable? Is the data portable? And are you using open APIs? I am sure that there are many other characteristics because we have a huge open philosophy in the industry. And really my point is that in this new world of cloud, of social computing that we talked about in our keynote, and mobile computing, which are the three big drivers in our industry right now, it's not really about the proprietary mainframes that Larry is prophesizing here. That has been the big pitch last year and the big pitch this year and on Sunday, that the future is a proprietary mainframe, and to deliver transactions at the quote-unquote speed of thought, at 10 times 10 equals 100, and next slide, and all of these things, you need a mainframe, Exadata mainframe to do it. But the reality is, as we have seen, because we had Tim Campos here, which was my Annie Hall, Marshall McLuhan moment, who has 800 million users on his system with 100 billion transactions a day. He's built it all on commodity technology, which is how we do it as well, and he's outlined that on the internet. So there is no Oracle Exadata system that's delivering anything close to that scale. And that is the difference. And the best news of all is, if you go with the Facebook approach to managing your information, or the Salesforce approach, or the Google approach, you're going to do it 10 times 10 cheaper. It's just cheaper. Everybody can look at the math, see the math. It's better, it's cheaper, it's lower cost, it's easier to use. And I think the kind of the hypnosis that the future is a new mainframe is wrong, and that we should open the book on that, and that's why I invited Tim. I could have invited other CIOs who believe that as well, but Tim is the best example, because who is delivering a faster growing system at scale using commodity technology? He does not have Exadata computers managing your Facebook transactions. So 100 billion 100 billion a day. Now we're doing 36 billion a quarter, okay? Google's obviously doing, billions also. None of us are using mainframes. We're using very cheap, inexpensive, easy to use systems, and we're putting social, mobile, and cloud on top of that. Does that answer your question? Okay. All right, and we'll just take one over here now. It's fantastic.
I heard that database.com runs on Oracle database, right? And then also, is Larry Ellison still an investor in Salesforce? And aren't you worried that you essentially missed a partner in what happened?
Well, Larry Ellison was one of the first investors in Salesforce. He's actually a huge believer in our model. That's the great irony of it all. He believes in cloud computing. He has his own cloud computing company that he owns 75% of, which is NetSuite. He obviously invested in us. I don't know if he still holds his stock or not. For his sake, I hope he does, because it would be worth significantly more than when he made the investment 13 years ago. And he believes in this model, but he also believes that he cannot sell this model at this conference because there's no money for Oracle in this model. And Larry is a great CEO. Larry is a great leader of our industry. Larry is doing the right thing for his shareholders by trying to sell these products, because he wants to sell more of these products. That's what he does really well. He's selling hardware, he's selling software. I'm selling no software, I'm selling no hardware. That's my vision. I think that's the right thing for our company. I think it's the right thing for the industry. And we do have Oracle in our architecture, but we have a lot of different data management technology in our architecture. We have a lot of different things that we've used to run Salesforce, and then we've built our own software on top of that. We have our own query optimizers, our own data management layers, our own APIs, our own application, obviously our own apps, all of those things. And Oracle is a component of what we do, as is Dell, as is EMC, as is many other capabilities, Cisco and others.